Hi guys, in this video we'll try to see the epicycler. The question will be something like that. Circle of 50 mm diameter rolls on a circumference of another circle 175 mm diameter and outside it. Trace the locus of the point on a circumference of the rolling circle for one complete revolution. Name the curve, draw a tangent and normal to the curve. As you can see, it is rotating on outside of a bigger circle, that is a rolling circle is rotating on the circumference of another circle, which is called as directing circle. The directing circle is a bigger one and the rolling circle is a smaller one. So since it is traveling outside it, therefore it is called as epicycle. If not, it will be, if it is instead of outside, if it is inside it, then you call it as hypocycloid. Okay. So that you can know the difference between epicycloid and hypocycloid. So how does the epicycloid be is something like this. So this is your rolling circle, and this is your directing circle. So on this directing circle there is a rolling circle and it touches at a point P. This P the rolling circle will rotate like this until that P reaches again to this curve, directing circle curve. So while rotating it, the locus of the point P is obtained. That is nothing but your epicycle. So in the case of hypocycloids, in the case of cycloids, what happened is that we have drawn straight lines, right? We have drawn straight lines. Whereas coming to the epicycloids, we have curves. So instead of selecting the straight line, and that is of 2 pi r, that is circumference of the smaller circle, here we can't go that way. We should go in another way, that is we have to select the angle. We have to select this angle. What is the how much that angle will be is angle P by A is equal to 360 into R by R, or 360 into small d by capital D. So let us draw it, then you'll understand it easily. So select a circle. Before that you can go for selecting of units, limits and zooming, all everything you can do it. Then coming to this circle, it is I am drawing of diameter 175, therefore I'll press V enter and I'll press it is 175. So this is your 175 mm circle. Then I'm selecting another circle and at the end point I'm drawing that circle. As usual, press V enter and it is 50 mm diameter. So two circles are drawn with 175 mm and 50 mm. But this circle is outside the directing circle, so select that circle and use move command from this direction to this direction. How much it is? 25 mm I should do. So in this way you can move it. After that, select a line. We'll draw three straight lines now, from end point to end point of smaller circle, and from there to this center point, that is radius, and from there to total line. This is how you draw three lines. Once three lines are drawn, select this straight line. Whatever you have drawn, last straight line is a resultant straight line, and that straight line is to be rotated along the negative direction. How much angle is angle P by A? Angle P by A is equal to how much? 360 into R by R. If you calculate it, it will be 102.857, which is approximately 103 degrees. So I will select it, and 103 I will press it. So this is minus 103 degrees. So this is how you will get it. Once this is finished, you can trim unnecessary things. So I am trimming unnecessary things. You can also go for rotating it to look good. It is not necessary that you should rotate it. It will look good. That's it. It will look good like this. You can rotate it like this, and you can keep it. After that, select a circle command, and you can before selecting circle command, you select this straight line and use polar array with this as center point, and use items as number of items as 12 items. So that means that I am dividing the smaller circle into 12 equal parts and come out of the command. And now along each points you give the names as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You will get 12 points. We'll start with 0, that is point P. Here is 0, 1, 2, 3. Then now along all these points draw the curves. So select a circle command, and with this as center you can draw through these all points 1 dash and 11 dash. Afterwards you can draw a curve with the 2 and 10. In that way you can draw circles, or else you can select the circle and use through option, that is offset through option, offset and press enter, which will be offset through. Then it will ask the point which you want to go. So I'll select this one, select this, again select this. I am offsetting them. Offset option I can use and I can do. This is also an easy method. So once these are all drawn, whatever the unnecessary things are, I can remove them. So TR enter and remove all these things, so that we can remove these all things. After this, actually we need to draw along this center point also, which is very much important for drawing the tangent and normal. After the diagram is finished, then we'll go for it. So once this is finished, select this circle and use polar array with this as center, use 13 items, and angle is how much? 103 degrees. And angle is how much? 103 degrees. But the direction is in how much? 103 degrees. But the angle is in the direction is in opposite direction. So for the opposite direction to be obtained, you can use minus 103 if you are in a lower end version. Since I am using AutoCAD 2022, we can go for the direction option here. So I am pressing direction option here, which will reverse the direction, which will come like this, and press close texture. Why I have drawn 13 is that if I select the last circle, that center point should be on this line. Only then we are drawing correctly. So okay, well and good, we are drawing perfectly. So select first line, first circle and delete it. Second circle deleted, third circle deleted, fourth circle deleted, fifth circle deleted, sixth circle also deleted. I have deleted 6 circles. Reason is that the clumsiness will be removed. So don't select the first circle, and that is the base circle, that is the generating circle, and the base line, whatever the directing circle is there. Except that remaining things will give separate color coding, and so that we will know the intersection points and we can draw it correctly. So first circle, I will select the first circle and first line or the first curve and give separate color. I am giving yellow color here. Then press escape. Then I am pressing second circle and second line. I am giving separate color. This is for my easiness I am doing it. Everything is for my easiness only. It is not necessary that you should draw like this only. You should go with another methods also. It is possible. But in this method it will be easy for you to draw it. So I am giving separate color, and fourth circle and fourth line I am giving some blue color, and fifth circle and fifth line I will give some other color like green, and lastly sixth circle and sixth line, upper circle and upper line, it will be some I can give light blue color in this one. Now select P type, PTYPE, and select point style. You change the point style, something this I am giving it and pressing OK. Then select PO, enter. First point is always the base point, that is P point. After that select again point command and go to the intersection point of yellow and yellow, that is first line and first circle, connect it, and second line and second circle, that is combination points, whatever is there you can select them like this. Color wherever the color is matching it, you can select a point in that way. So here also green point you can select it. At the final case, you will be exactly obtaining it at a midpoint. You will be exactly obtaining it at a midpoint of the curve. So whatever the intersection point is there, that is nothing but it is a midpoint. So now whatever the points are obtained to you, these points are all what we can say will be isometric. Whatever this side it is there, the opposite side also will be like same. So we can select all these points obtained here and use mirror command, and from this center point to up to the midpoint like this I can draw, so that this side option and that side option also perfectly done. Once this is finished, you can see that the point types are not perfectly good. So I'll select the P type and press enter, and I'll press something like some 4. I'm pressing it and press OK, so that all points is equal. Now select a polyline command or a spline command, whatever is feasible to you, you can select it. So then select all these points and draw, and select all these points and draw a curve like this. I'm selecting all these points so that the final output, whatever the final output is there, that is nothing but our cycloid is there, will be updated. And then press enter. Now since I have used polyline command, I'll select it and use PE command, that is poly edit command, and use fit option. So once it is fit, then I'll select this. I can give some line weight to it. I'm giving some 35. I'm giving it. For this line weight to be visible, what should I use? I should use line weight display option. Then I'll press it here so that the line weight is absolutely visible to you. So this is an easy method of drawing. When you are using color coding, it will be easy and only half of it is enough. The remaining half automatically you can get it by using mirror curve. But the question is not yet finished. The question is like you need to name the curve. So we have to write the information, that is epicycloid. After that you have to draw a tangent and normal to the curve at a point of 125 mm from the center of the directing circle. So where is the center of the directing circle? Here is the center of the directing circle. So select a circle, and from this point, what is the information he has given? 125 mm, right? 125 mm. So with 125 mm radius, I have to draw a circle like this. 125 mm radius. This is your 125 mm radius. So this circle cuts the epicycloid at two different points. So let me take this as my point. So PO, enter. This is my intersection point here somewhere. So let me remove the unnecessary whatever I have drawn 125 mm. So this point is very much important for us. So I am changing the color of it. Then again Z enter, E enter, that is nothing but zoom extents. If you want, you can even change the P type also so that everything is same size. So here you can see. Now, as in the cycloid case, here also we'll draw a curve of radius, half of radius of the generating circle, and the intersection point of that one and the center line will be considered. But here the center line is not yet drawn. So first draw the center line, that is select a circle and use this as center point. Exactly up to the center you have to select it and you have to draw. So you can see center line is perfectly different from other lines, you can see. So be very careful. Don't think that the center line and 9-3 line is same, whereas in cycloid's case it will be same. So okay, this is your center line. So after that, what should you do? You should take circle command with this as pointer, and with how much radius? It is 25 mm radius. So 25 mm radius, we will draw a point like this. Then the central line will be connecting at this, intersecting at this point. So from that point, meet up to the center point of the directing circle. Whenever you are meeting it, this one cuts the base circle, that is your directing circle at one point. That point and the whatever the red color dot we have taken, the base point, this one is the normal. And let me draw another straight line like this. And if I select that straight line and rotate it with this point in 90 degrees, then this is your tangent. So unnecessary circle, whatever it is, I am deleting it. So this one, if I move it from there to here, this is your tangent and this is your normal. So I can give separate color to it. I'll give some red color, and I can give some line weight to it. Some 45 mm line weight I am giving. So this is your tangent and normal. How did we get this line? By using a radius of 25 mm. We have y25. It is the radius of the circle of the generating circle. So once this is finished, then diagram is finished. Even now you won't get full marks. The reason is that you have to give the information, annotation should be given. That is something like you have to go for the diameter, no? So first this diameter is not used, so select this one and give diameter, and also you know this diameter, so select this arc also and give the diameter as 175. So two diameters are known, that was finished. And we also know the information regarding the distance. So what is the distance from this point to this point? It is 125 mm, right? So we can go for the dimensions like that also. Linear dimension I am taking it from there to here, whatever this, linear not, aligned I should go. Aligned I should go. From the center point to this point, it is how much? 125. So if these three are shown perfectly, the diagram is finished. After that, you need to write the information regarding it is my epicycloid and what is the thing you have drawn, everything should be done. Here only they have asked us